As you see, we got the three games we'll be watching today. Notre Dame versus Miami. That'll be the last game we'll watch since it's the biggest. Then Oklahoma State versus Oregon will be the second game we watch. Then Michigan versus Oklahoma is the first game we're gonna watch. So we're just gonna get straight into it. So yeah, and I'm gonna go on mute now. So I'll be talking to y'all at the end of this. Until then.
Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Off the play fake, trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, can there be a better start for a defense than setting the tone with back-to-back sacks, forcing a 3rd and long, first time out the gates? Really good job by this defense.
And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on 3rd. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Going up top on 1st down. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. The give out of the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the back. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Using his legs. It's Achuk. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Excellent field position here for the offense. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll come out throwing on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Got his man on the right. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And the quarterback is snowed under. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They're bringing heat. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front the line of scrimmage and help keep these 3rd downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? They move the tight end all over. He leaves it with his back. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Arnold. He's got his man. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Sooners are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll test the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. On the move, it's Alchuk. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that's going to tie it up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give to the lone running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. Takes the easy one to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Power football with the run. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Off play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. They're trying to get to him. A little floater there that falls incomplete. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Using his legs, it's Sawchuk. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Handoff from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. They want to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Complete. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Works the middle of the field. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. They'll immediately call timeout. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Fires to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
We're down to 12 seconds to go before halftime. As they take over 1st and 10, they'll need to move quickly. Leaves it with the back. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far, and a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Runs through the tackle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The give to the tailback.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play. And
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Sooners will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. 3 tight ends in the form. And 10. Leaves it with the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. You say, why not throw it beyond the sticks? Sometimes you just need to give the punt team some space. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Smashes through. And he used that big, powerful stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. To the ground with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Sooners are on the move. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To the air, it's Arnold. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. The give to the left side. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. The give to the single back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Running with power. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Zings it complete to the right. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. He's going to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying play action. Getting some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes his connection. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead, clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble, big-time costly mistake.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, and they put some plays together.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Arnold. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Coming after it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Bring it out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Nice move to keep moving. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Movement here from the tight end. They go right back to him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And that's a very productive 1st down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. They've been running it, but now the pass. He's got it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He got it. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. On the run, it's Barnes. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll leave it with him. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll give it to the back. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. To the air, it's Arnold. Got the quick pass.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Hauls it in. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the patch. And the Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Yeah, receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Andrews. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Smith wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The Cowboys send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the style stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. The give to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. He'll keep it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's crazy. 1 second you're the offense and you're thinking 2nd and inches, we're taking a shot, we're in a great spot. And then you give up the sack, and now all of a sudden you're in 3rd and long and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got to convert this. But we're giving the ball right back to our opponent.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Cowboys in the hurry up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Finds his man down the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Cowboys are on the move. To the air on 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Utah State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Aggies team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll try the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. And he's running in the open. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Shows him the stiff arm. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Out of the gun to give to the back. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun, looking for a man. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They go to the ground. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Cowboys are rolling down the field.
That's a first down for the offense.
He'll do it himself. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Power football with the run. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. 5 yards away from another 3rd down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. What a snag by the defense. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Smith dropping to pass, feeling some heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He turns that loose down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They're going to throw it again. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better. Fires into traffic, picked off.